This could go horribly wrong. I'm out on my weekend long run. And normally, I'd be saying that at about 7:15 in the morning on a Saturday. However, it's 7:15 on Friday night. We've had a bit of a change of plans this weekend, so Jen was going to be, or is going to be going up north with Iona and taking in 5 Munros around the Loch Nagar area, camping out tomorrow night, which is fantastic. And Murdo and I, tomorrow morning, we're going to go down to my folks, and I'm pretty sure, and I had arranged with them, they would look after Murdo for a couple of hours, and I was going to go a run in the Lowther Hills. So they live in a little village called Sanquhar, which is on the southern upland way, and I was going to run from there to Wonlock Head, which is the highest village in Scotland, and back. And that would have been 25k and a decent amount of ascent and some really lovely countryside. But logistically, well, in order for that to be possible, we need to have 2 cars. And we do have 2 cars. Unfortunately, one was in the garage today, and there's a bit of a clunking sound coming from the front suspension. I suspected that it was a broken coil spring, and it was. And unfortunately, the garage are unable to locate a spare locally, or indeed within the UK. So Renault, and they're going to have to get it from France, and it could be 4 to 5 weeks. And that's our main family car, so it's a slightly larger Renault. And then our second car is just this little Vauxhall Viva runaround thing, which is really great, but there's not much space in it. So Jen and Iona are going to take the small car, and Murdo and I are going to be confined to barracks this weekend, and I can't leave him on his own while I go out for a 2-hour run. So this is all developed this afternoon, and late this afternoon I was taking Iona to dance, and I thought, I know what I should do. I should go a run this evening, because I'll go stir crazy if I don't get my run, and I'm just very much confined to where we can strike on foot or on bike. So I thought, yeah, it's not ideal, but I'll go out for a run tonight. Now, that doesn't sound too bad. Lots of people run in the evenings, but it just wasn't in the plan. And so what's the consequences of that? Well, I had a stressful day at work yesterday. I was trying to do something, I was really struggling, and I was just, the stress was kind of getting to me, and I was eating a bit much. I was kind of carbing up, just getting my brain working. So I slightly overate yesterday, and I thought today I had quite a good night's sleep, and I thought, right, well, I'll fast today, and then I'll get a good night's sleep Friday night, and I'll be able to go for this run down at my folks. So I spent most of today in a fasted state, but having been fasted since last night, I was a bit worried about bonking on the run and just not been able to do it because I'm totally under fueled today. So when I was out taking Iris dancing and had this bright idea of running tonight, I thought, right, I'll get some carbs into me. So I got a couple of bread rolls and a Grenade protein bar. So I've got some fuel in me. However, I have to say, that was less than an hour ago. I'm not used to running with actually having food in my stomach, so there could be a bit of discomfort from that. Maybe a stitch. See, I mean, I have worked on being hydrated today, so I don't have that against me. But another consequence is that yesterday morning I did quite a few weights. I was doing some goblet squats, Cossack squats, and lots of crab walks holding kettlebell. So I did try and work relatively hard because I thought, well, I've got the rest of the day, Thursday and all of Friday, for my legs to recover, and then they should be feeling a bit stronger for Saturday morning's run. But you know, I've not had that time, so let's see what impact that has. But ultimately, we'll just see how we go on, and I can rest plenty tomorrow. And it's a nice evening. It's relatively warm, and just get out and enjoy it. So I'm going to try my usual long run route, but I'm just going to have to judge it. I would love to get just a bit more than 23k. I'd love to get 24k, and then it would be my longest run ever. And then on Monday I'd had my longest cycle ever recorded in Strava, and so that would be a good week. Not my longest cycle ever, but I used to go bike touring and do a lot longer mileage over, you know, days. But yeah, okay, a good week if I can get this 24k. But yeah, let's see. And I'm fully prepared to not have a great night's sleep because of it. That's alright. I've brought a couple of gels with me, and I've got my soft flasks full of electrolyte. So yeah, I've done all I can to prepare. So I'll update you on the route to see how things go. That's me about third of the way in, so 8 kilometres, and it's not very quick. I'm about 45 minutes in, but my heart rate's mid to upper 130s, which isn't terrible. At this stage, I'd say, I wouldn't say I feel entirely comfortable. Like, my stomach's obviously got stuff in it which I'm not used to. I maybe ate a little bit too much, I don't know. I'd say I'm not kind of used to that. My stomach's not used to it. And there's a lesson there about getting used to that aspect. Knees. Alright, there's a kind of twinge in my right knee if I'm not careful in my stride. but it's not in the usual place, and I suspect it's something to do with the goblet squats. So I've just had a bit more pressure on my knee than sort of usual. Oh, what way do I want to go? I think it's this way. Yeah. That's right. I didn't usually come this way. This is my extension this week. Hope we'll get that 24k. So we just need to see. If I don't manage, it's going to be quite a long walk home with no possibility of any rescue because the kids will be in bed. But it's Friday night. That's alright. I think I've been down here once before. Quite a nice section of it, actually. Oh. I think I'll just take my time. Ultimately, I don't want to be home too late, but there's nothing I really need to be home for. So it's more important that I take my time and try and finish it. That's me halfway, 12k in, and still being able to keep my heart rate under good control. Let's not talk about my pace, that doesn't matter. Everything's still feeling alright actually, but I'm not pushing the pace at all. I just want to get the mileage done, get time on my feet. So, but no, knee hasn't got any worse, but it's still early days. Last Saturday my IT band pain came on, I don't know, about something like 18k, so we'll see how it is tonight. I'm trying to think more about stride width, so as I'm running down this white line, I'm trying to make sure my feet are either side of the line. I don't know if it helps or not, but just something to think about. This week I posted on the UK Facebook UK trail and ultra running Facebook group. I'm just asking if it's something anyone else had kind of looked into, and sort of talked a bit about why I thought it was an issue for me, and you know, a few people come back saying, actually I hadn't really thought about this, and yeah, this might be the cause of my issues, or some other people saying, yeah, and we've worked on glute strength, and so yeah, a bit of engagement on the topic. We'll just need to see what happens. And I don't really know how long to expect you know, these crab walks and squats and things like that. I don't know how long to expect to take that to really make a difference. It will obviously be quite gradual. One thing that's happening is on Tuesday next week in the evening, I'm going to have a PT session with our local Pilates teacher, Jane. She's also a qualified kettlebells instructor. I'm going to have a bit of a one-to-one session with her because I just don't know what my form's like, and I don't really know what good form is, and I can watch all the YouTube videos I want, but much better to have somebody advise me. And she said it's okay to film it, so that'd be good. Oh, and back there I had a SIS gel, a lemon and lime. I'll not be adding that to the shopping list. It's a bit too much like toilet duck for my liking, but good to try. So it's me heading into Pittencrieff Park. 15k in. Still feeling pretty good. You know, I certainly know I've done 15k, but it's not too bad. Don't quite know what to expect from Pittencrieff Park on a Friday night. Could be all kinds of shenanigans going on in here. I could do with an ice cream. I'm now 18.5k in, so over 3/4, and still feeling okay. Yeah, I've really been trying to keep the stride from getting too long, not overstriding, keeping the cadence higher, thinking about stride width. But no, no real knee pain yet, but still a little way to home. And I didn't throw up my impromptu dinner, which is nice. So, yeah, paces. Yeah, not worth talking about. That's me 23.5k in. I think this is officially my longest run ever. And still feeling alright actually. Knee IT band issues started hurting about 21.5k, so I've had to walk a couple of the hills, but it's not been too bad. But that's a good 3k longer than last Saturday. That is progress. Back home now. 25 kilometres. Yeah, nearly a mile longer than my longest previous run. 2.5 hours, 6 kilometre pace, 6 minute pace, sorry. So, yeah, not fast, but I actually felt quite strong towards the end. Probably could have done another couple of Ks. But it's late. Time for a shower, quick stretch, bed. Whew. See y'all, have a good weekend.